In Democratic Congressman Krishnamoothi this morning to talk about some of the headlines that are taking place right now on Capitol Hill. Congressman, good morning. Thanks for being with us.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
Okay, Congressman, we do want to start with that whole the America First caucus. What do you make of it?
Well, it sounds like the Ku Klux Caucus to me. And I don't understand where we're going. Are we going to have the pro-hate caucus and the stormtrooper caucus? You know, Marjorie Taylor Greene and Steve King, in forming this caucus, are basically catering to the malcontents of America, people like David Duke and others. But also the other folks who are kind of probably cheerleading for this are the Chinese Communist Party, Vladimir Putin, and our adversaries, because they love to see this kind of extremist activity and divisive politics. It weakens our country, and it distracts us from our collective challenges.
You know, Congressman, one of the biggest issues right now in our country is one that we keep gleaning more and more information, and that is, of course, the insurrection that happened on January 6th. And one of the founders of the far-right group, the Oath Keepers, John Schaefer, just became the first to plead guilty for his role there in the insurrection. What does this tell you right now about the direction this investigation is going?
I think it's a positive development. But remember, there were about 800 or more people who breached the Capitol. And so we have to bring all of them to justice. I understand that there have been hundreds of arrests, but until we bring everyone to account, you know, we're not going to get to the bottom of what happened. I think that the big concern of folks like myself and others is that the events of January 6th were perhaps the beginning of the insurrection, not the end. And so unless and until we bring the plotters and others to account and to justice, we're not really going to solve this massive crime and insurrection that happened on January 6th.
And the U.S. Capitol Police Chief spoke with Lester Holt, our colleague, last night on the lack of information they had regarding the Capitol siege. Let's listen to that.
We expected violence. We expected large crowds of demonstrators. There was no intelligence from any law enforcement agency in this region that suggested that thousands of demonstrators were going to breach the U.S. Capitol.
And this is obviously coming just days after the Capitol Police Watchdog reported the policing failures to Congress, suggesting reforms. What needs to be done here?
I think multiple things need to be done. First of all, I want to salute the bravery of the U.S. Capitol Police officers, the rank and file who dedicated themselves to protecting the Capitol and continue to do so. And of course, we remember the lives of the fallen, both on January 6th and since then. However, we have to do some basic things to help the U.S. Capitol Police. One is there are hundreds and hundreds of positions that are unfilled right now. The U.S. Capitol Police were clearly outmanned, as you can see in your pictures right now on your television screen. There's between 200 and 900 unfilled positions on the U.S. Capitol Police. Secondly, as we heard a moment ago, they don't have intelligence capabilities. In other words, they don't have the ability to basically look out on the horizon and see what are the threats that are developing toward the Capitol and to protect the Capitol accordingly. And that has to be addressed.
All right, Congressman Krishnamoothi, yeah, we know intelligence, one of the main issues, not only highlighted by that watchdog, but also by Lieutenant Honore in his report. Thank you, Congressman, for being with us this morning. We appreciate your time.